Wait,
Okay.
where is your mic?
It's right there.
Oh.
I should probably move it.
Alright, as long as the fan doesn't. Yeah. Ruin it.
I don't know.
I'm sure they'll let you know.
Oh, hey, it's Rach. Hello.
That was fast. What's happening? Rage, I'm sorry I've been slow on your commission. My arm kind of destroyed itself at about the same time, and so I'm kind of just sitting out for a couple weeks. I apologize.
Oh, hey, it's Rob as well.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's here. Okay, yeah, Ty is hanging out with me in the living room today because he is giving his arm a very well-needed rest.
I literally can't do anything else.
And Rage is awesome. Tells you not to worry.
Fair enough. You are excellent, sir.
But yeah, Ty will be hanging out with me, and we'll just be yammering like we do.
I'm gonna have one lemonade.
He says, in fact, please wait to jump back until you're in a good place in every possible way.
Yeah, it's actually as bad as the first time this happened. So like I might be out for like more than a month. Oh.
Also, I'm sorry if the video is garbage. I think our internet is choosing today to be sassy.
I may have to go get more lemonade.
Are we out?
No, but we're down to this.
Oh, we need
We
more.
just love lemonade.
Also, I don't have a lot in the way of background stuff because we've been busy with house hunting and everything else going on in the apartment right now.
Wait, background stuff?
Like behind the scenes stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I apologize for the dearth of Patreon content, but we might be homeless in a couple of weeks. So we've been trying to bust our asses to get a new place to live.
We contacted like 30 places today. I can show them like another page.
I mean, if they want to see it.
Okay. I mean, you guys have already seen the very first page of Act 2. I can show you the second page if you're up for it.
I have a feeling they're up for it.
Only if you're up for it. I'll also put this on as a Patreon peek this week. It'll be this Thursday. Okay, here is page 85. Hopefully you can see it.
Oh, the reds are a little.
The reds are a little. Is that the reds? Yeah. But yeah, there's Helen's here. Hel's awesome. We like Hel. She's very beef. I still gotta work on that. And
Oh yeah, I gotta explain the actual geometry of that far pillar in panel, I guess 3. Right to the upper right of Rose's head there.
oh yeah. I mean, I thought I was following.
You might be. I would like it clear there some more.
Like, we'll make it clear some more.
But yeah, there's page 2 of Act 2 so far. I've still got some noodling to do. I'll throw that up. Like I said, I'll throw that up on Patreon so that you guys can actually see it better than what the video is showing right now. Oh yay! Thank you. Yeah, we're still getting to know Hel a bit, so it's been fun putting her down on the page. Okay, like I said, I don't have a lot in regards to like behind the scenes stuff to work on, but I've got this wallpaper that I want to finish up for you guys, and Tiny Leal and Tiny Boom. Also, I could work on future doll outfits. Is that something to do right now?
Why not?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Okay, so it's kind of up to you guys. What I'm gonna work on. I also kind of I want to bang out some designs for possible future doll outfits. So if you guys want to watch me noodle those too.
Did you give Matt the link?
No, Matt just shows up.
Yeah, because I give him the link.
Oh. I thought he just knew to show up.
Well, no, because you need the link. Because they're unlisted.
Nope. That's not what I wanted.
Oh boy, what am I talking about? Yeah, another note about Hel too, because I don't think we've ever explicitly stated it. We've only hinted at it. You have technically seen her before, and the before that you've seen her is panel 1 of page, I think, 36. I think that's the page she's technically on.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you. My phone grunted, but it was you.
No.
Oh yeah, good to see you for a few minutes, dude.
Thank you for
Have a
having
good
us.
one.
You jump feathers.
I think the reason these off-brand Fruit Loops taste so weird to me is because they're actually mostly sugar, as opposed to the real ones, which are not.
They're
Like
mostly sugar?
Well, I think there's just way more like frosting
Is there?
and sugary bit. It definitely tastes like it.
I will have to examine later.
They turned my poops green.
Jesus. that is on one of our streams forever. Okay. Rob, I guess it's kind of up to you. What I
There's
work
apparently
on.
3 watching though.
Well-
Oh, well, one of them is you because for some reason you would save a lot of internet if you turned that off right now. Thank you.
I can.
Just pause the stream. Pause
Oh.
it. There. Now you're not using nearly as much bandwidth.
Well, hopefully it changes to green then.
It might. I mean, upload and download are usually defined as separate. At least speed-wise. I'm not really sure how it works. I know speed-wise they're usually separate. I don't know if the bandwidth of one can impede on the bandwidth of the other, though. because I'm an idiot when it comes to these things.
All I know is that our internet's being a jerk right now.
Yellow's okay.
It's crap. It's crap.
This is also why I don't trust getting an apartment where they're like, the internet's provided. It's like, so I gotta share it with your family?
There was one place that was like fiber optics. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that's just like, don't worry about it. That's fine.
Okay. I think, have they seen the other doll outfits?
Who's, you said we.
They.
Oh, have they? By they, you mean he, because Rage is leaving.
Rage is going away. Did I not?
So it's just an evening with Rob. Afternoon with Rob. Evening with, it's almost 5, holy shit. I will make sure, well in advance of the stream's end, that we have a pizza in the oven.
Pizza.
And you keep your Rising Sand Blue quite a bit more good
I try to.
than mine.
Have they seen these?
I don't know, just do it. Just do it.
I can't remember.
That one's adorable.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Oh, they're all adorable.
They're
I
all
like,
different.
you got a nice hoodie going on? Oh, I like all these.
But yeah, where's my...
I do what I please.
Well, I don't want to run over your toes.
I love that your phone is just in this bucket of rocks.
That's where it belongs. Because it's a rock. Oh, okay, yeah, I must have put it on Patreon. It had to have been a while ago. But yeah, we really like that one.
Which one?
The one with the hoodie. This one here is my favorite.
Yeah, that's well, hair-wise especially, like, there's no way... Oh, it could be Thralls too. This is the way that Jen does most outfits, so it could have been Leal as well, because there's a Leal page.
There
that
is
has
a Leal
this as well.
page, right?
The upper right is definitely where her hair is going. There's no, I do not see her not having short hair at the end of this.
No, yeah. I really like the hoodie and her little belly button. I think that's adorable.
Yeah, get some sexy child midriff in this comment.
What the fuck? But yeah, I think the Thralls are the ones that went up the most recent. I like these gloves.
What?
The 2 middle finger gloves that I did.
Hmm.
There, I kind of like those.
I would imagine in Act 3 or 4 she'll get like, wow, is that really what the delay is?
It's usually about that long. Yeah.
Okay. What was I talking about? Yeah, I would imagine in Act 3 or 4 she's going to get like actual clothing.
Yeah. I like that one too. The lines are nice.
Which one?
This one here.
Hmm.
That
That one is essentially what she's wearing now. Just like
Basically, yeah.
nicer.
yeah.
You wanted to give her short shorts.
I did. I wanted to.
Do one where she has short shorts.
I wanted them to be about that, like that short.
That's not short shorts.
Well, not short shorts. She's got to be smart about running around in shorts in the desert.
I don't think they know about skin disease. And
No, I'm talking like sand and cracks. It would suck.
yeah, but it's also like 40 degrees in the shade in this world.
Yeah. Okay.
Celsius, for Rob's benefit. I don't know what that is in your wrong measurements.
40 degrees, that's like 83. Ish.
I thought 83 was like good.
No, like 75 is good.
Oh. Yeah, there's just so much sugar on these.
I don't know.
And they turn my poops green.
Okay, so maybe I won't noodle designs.
Then don't. No, this is good that kids in Naviano will play with marbles. I probably said this last time.
Yeah, because they're glass.
But
like,
because they're
frivolous-
glass, and it's like, of course, rich kids would just be playing with glass.
Frivolous use of glass.
Yeah.
As far as the architecture, do you have like a generic?
Definitely more futuristic than what we've seen previously. Like, it wouldn't just be like regular stone carved things. Like, think more sexy downtown office buildings, like glass and girders.
Like just monolith. Okay. Okay. I like where this hand is going. I'm afraid I'm gonna screw it up. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay, I think I'm gonna play with this.
Yeah, this is too much sugar. Oh, it's going to be so great because the misunderstanding between Lial and the Sun Eaters is definitely going to result in her punching somebody in the face.
I can't wait to make Leo punch somebody in the face. I would really love to clean up that tiny little comic I made of her harvesting Windroot.
That was a lot of fun. Can't wait to get John to do something.
Yeah.
Even though our audiences don't have terribly much overlap. Ours are all role-playing people, and John's are all non-artist, like meme people.
Yeah, Rob, I'm probably gonna go till
6:30
6:30
ish.
ish. So
We'll be
I'll
around.
be here.
Just chilling. Right back.
Oh, hey, Slimebat. I'm super glad you could stop by. The plan for today was to just work on stuff that's exclusive to our patrons. So I'm gonna be noodling this piece of young Lial and young Bohm. We're doing okay. Just super busy with apartment hunting and dealing with other stuff in the apartment that we're in now.
Also, I'm injured.
Ty is resting his arm because it's being a jerk again,
Yeah.
and the more he tries to use it when it's in this state, the longer his breaks have to be.
So I'm gonna get all the break out of the way right now. And And I kind of have to too because as of what was it, October? I think in October, Rising Sand is not going to be the only comic I'm working on, so I gotta make sure I am in top form. To be able to handle the workload. Oh yes, I'm bored. I've been taking so much care.
He has been getting a lot of writing done though, so
That's true.
we've got quite a bit of script that would be ready to thumbnail once we get to that point.
Yeah, I'm excited to have a better idea of exactly where the story is going. Because I mean, I do know where ultimately the story is going to end up. I know how it ends and whatnot, but the way I write, I kind of leave the super specifics to until later, till like almost we're ready to get the pages going, and I kind of just let it, dialogue and stuff happen organically. But like, since I have nothing else to do, I just with my other arm, with one hand, I'm just like typing the whole script. So it's nice to have that head start, and being injured allows me to focus on things I wouldn't normally prioritize. So we're getting by. We're figuring out how to keep working even when we can't work. And we apologize for making all you guys wait so long. God, we're going to meet their parents too and everything? There's going to be... yes, it is exactly the same injury as last year. Apparently, I did not fix it as well as I should have last time. So, it happened again. So, basically, I'm going to take more time off than I think I need just to make sure that it's better, instead of, you know, waking up one day and immediately being like, oh, it feels better, I should try again. Like, I'm going to just cool it and just give it a little while. I'm still doing exercises every day to make sure that, you know, the muscles are still good. And hopefully in a couple of weeks, I will be ready to get everything on the go again. In the meantime, it's really boring just sitting there, because like, I can't do anything. I can't draw, I can't play video games, I can't really live because everything requires my arm. But I can write. As long as I'm willing to do it with one hand, I can write. So the script is getting done.
It's some good stuff.
It was very fun to get back to a page or series of pages where Doll is smiling again.
Yeah.
Because it's been very traumatic lately in the script. But it was fun to get back to some lighthearted stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, I will say it gets worse before it gets better. The beginning of Act 2 is still pretty...
Oh.
It's pretty dark. For this, I promise there's a reason for it. I'm not just torturing people.
No, it's so good.
It'll be good. It's gonna be very difficult to do because it's a the scale of the scene is not something we've done yet. Suffice it to say, it's kind of like a more battle-y scene than we've done before. Excuse me. But I'm excited to pull it off. And I think we can pull it off. I just think it's going to take some serious discipline. We've also kind of changed some things up with regards to how we get pages done because we need to get faster. We're not very fast, so we're trying to take the time to speed up a little bit, so it doesn't take us 2 years to get a book done.
I'm trying batches of like 4 or 5 pages at a time, as far as like the penciling process goes, so that I could just hand tie a batch of finished pages all at once. And because of all the crap that's piled on in real life, I haven't finished my first batch yet. But the point that they're at would have taken me much longer before, so there was some time gained there, and I'm hoping once we get back to good as far as our living situation goes, I can continue that.
You're also working smaller.
And I'm working smaller, so I'm glad that idea seems to be working. I need to get the amulet in here.
Yeah, God, you really do meet like everybody's families eventually.
So it is a bit of a theme.
It never occurred to me that maybe Sorrels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because especially if before the end they end up going to Nadiana, they're going to be passing through his hometown anyways.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Oh, time out before you popped on, I was showing Rage and Rob page 2 of Act 2, like the whip version, and I'll end up throwing that up on Patreon so that you can actually see it. I'm not sure how good the video is today.
Oh my goodness. Holy crap. I apologize. Oh, that's good. You could just throw it again.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, since it's nice and clear for you, I could just open the page again. Also, yay, I'm glad the sound is good too. The weather isn't awful like it has been for the past week and a half or so. So it's nice to be able to turn down my fan a bit so you guys can actually hear me. What was I doing? Right.
Page 2,
Right.
Act 2.
But yeah, here's page 2, Act 2 in its current state. You meet our kind of new character. Hell, she's actually been in the comic, but in like one panel.
Yeah, you only see her in one panel.
Pretty sure it's what do we see? Page 36.
Page 36, panel 1, I think, is where you see her.
Yeah. But yeah. they're having knife throwing practice, and Hell is clearly better than everybody. Oh yeah, dude, the heat was awful. I think along with the humidity, it was. I think the highest it got was 43.
Yep.
Today it's actually really nice.
I was almost gonna convert that into Fahrenheit, but then I remembered that CIMAT uses real temperatures because it's British. They do use Celsius, and
They do, everybody but
it's just America.
It's just-
Isn't it?
oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, Hell is great. I love how stocky she is.
Sorry, what is awesome?
Matt says she looks badass.
She is.
She is a badass.
This is correct.
But yeah, let's see. I've got 5 pages of Act 2, all in various stages of doneness. Some more than others. Yeah, Celsius makes sense. I still have to do the conversion in my head sometimes, or you know, the approximate, an estimate, because the actual math is insane. But I do see that it makes more sense than Fahrenheit.
Of course, it makes more sense. Water freezes at 0, boils at 100. It's so easy.
Well,
You crazy Americans.
crazy Americans.
Crazy old Maurice.
Please do pass it around. Everyone should use the word doneness.
Surely that's a real. I was under the impression that was a real word. Is it not?
I don't know.
Have I just been using fake English?
We always use fake English.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I really don't know. I just wanted to say doneness. I'll be on for, what time is it? Maybe another hour and a half? Alright, then. We'll be here.
We will be about. Everybody's leaving today. Did I tell you that Lucas has been informed that when it's time for us to come back from hiatus, he may be conscripted to do a cover of the Tetsuo the Bullet Man theme.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just because I don't think it would be appropriate to use the real track for all the screaming I do about artists, you know, doing their own reference and whatnot.
Yeah, that's great.
So I told him Because I still want a parody, especially because given our notoriety at this point in the webcomic scene, it would be appropriate to have like a super smash your face in, it's back bitches sort of thing when it comes back. Or when it's on the verge of coming back.
No, that's a good idea.
And just my personal memory of that day when I found out there was going to be a Tetsuo 3. Just the trailer just knocked my face in so hard. I was so excited. Which is funny because to this date I've seen the film once. The Tetsuo movies are really weird because they're not good. They're just important.
Yeah. Oh, also, Simon, I don't know if you're still there, but no, we like hanging out with you too, dude. Yeah, go do what you need to. We'll be here. I might be saying that to no one.
Perhaps. But he's also the kind of dude who I'm pretty sure watches the videos later.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he gets a chance to do that.
Sometimes you just got a kid. Sometimes you just got to kid.
Speaking of, did Chris answer your
He never did,
butt
no.
dial? Oh, okay. I mean, he's busy.
He's too busy doing a Christ. He's too busy Ghostbusters answering the call. That was simultaneously a joke at the expense of Christianity and the 2016 Ghostbusters movie.
That's a really not good movie.
It's a really shit movie.
It's just not good.
I like everybody in it. It's just a bad movie. And I say that not even as a Ghostbusters fan. It's just a bad movie.
I'm not sure I like the poofy princess thing.
No, I don't think that's what Navi Inu fashion is going to end up looking like.
Do you?
Not really, no. My Navi Inu folder for like those NPCs is full of all the like craziest, basically any Dune redesign you've ever seen. Where like it's just absolute alien shit. You know specifically the Dune redesigns I'm talking about.
No, totally. I have them. Yeah.
But like anything where it's like their hats are triangles, like it's that. Like it's like really weird, like fashion week shit.
Not even sure I have an Avianu. I think everything is just thrown into NPCs right now.
Do you want me to get you stuff?
No, I might have some. Hold
I
on.
can go get you stuff.
Oh, jeez, this freaking guy. Still gotta use him.
Oh yes, that convicted fella.
Well, he's got a cool face.
He's got a felon's face.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Like, I wanted to use like
Oh yeah, like stuff like that.
Star Wars
Like,
craziness.
crazy stuff like that.
Let's see. I love this. This insanity.
Yeah, shit like that.
So good.
Just like crazy shapes like that.
I can't put Tiny Leal into any of this.
No, you can. But like, well, here's a thought. Have you tried ever Googling, like child high fashion or something?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like, surely there's weird futuristic stuff for kids.
I love that.
That looks too like actual 1920s, which is, I'm guessing, what it's clearly inspired by. Sorry, there's stuff happening behind the screen right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry guys. I don't have my reference folder open.
For anybody watching later, we're looking at stuff.
We're just talking about all the weird crap I have in my reference folder for Naviano. Once we get there.
That's not happening until at the end of the comic.
Yeah, that's.
It's
Wait,
just-
don't worry about it.
For the context of this particular image, you kind of need to meditate on it for a moment.
Okay, maybe I can give her like sharper shoulders. I'll do that. Start there.
Yeah, just clean up the lines a bunch. Oh boy.
Tiny Sorrel and Tiny Leal are like my favorite thing.
I really, really like how that one turned out. That was Valentine's Day this year, right?
Swirl's the best.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back to him. For him to eat a sandwich.
Oh, my mouse sucks.
Give you your mouse back.
Yeah, I have to give that back. What is pixel size for like a vertical wallpaper?
What? Like for phone? It's the same. It's 16 by 9. So if you wanted a particular phone size, I don't know because phones tend to have weird pixel counts. But I don't know, 1080p phone ways is always good. Which would be 1080 by 1920.
Okay.
So 1920 high, 1080 wide. Phones might have a slightly higher resolution than that. I'm not sure, but that's not a bad size. Hello.
Cheese, what you doing? What you doing, Cheese?
You alright? You got scratched right in the face.
She did.
You and Leah hate each other so much. So did everybody duck out?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it says 0 watching.
It does.
Alright. Guess we'll just chill for now.
Okay. Oh, not what I wanted.
Wait, why did you need to know wallpaper size?
So I could change it.
Change what?
The canvas size.
On which?
This one.
I can't see.
Bone Leon.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
I think I have 4 rocks to check out now. I should,
You think?
yeah, I can't remember if I have 3 or 4 that I haven't washed yet.
I thought you only picked up one when we were up.
No, I have some from when we were out with Mom.
Oh, cool.
Still gotta send everybody their sketches from the sketch stream last time.
That's right. That was a good sketch room.
Yeah. I was thinking it might be fun to do like a Q&A with us at some point.
Via this?
Yeah. Like they could watch us draw and ask questions at the same time. I mean, they could do that anytime, but like,
yeah, I
you know,
was gonna say, isn't that just a stream?
no, I mean specifically advertise it as such.
Yeah.
And then we can tell everybody not to worry about it.
That is also something we could do on Discord.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you wanted to. That's correct.
Oh, bleh. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Bleh. I have to go lean on stuff with my hair.
It was such a bother. Somebody's watching, or was.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
popped on for a second. I'm trying to get like that toddler like padding. You see? Without it making like he's a babby. So like he's
Baby
gonna
fat.
he's gonna have like cush, like diaper cush.
Oh, right.
But it just looks like he has a big ass. Cool.
Maybe he just has a big ass.
Bum does not have a big ass.
To be fair, it's been completely covered in both of his designs in the comics. Right?
Okay, that's fair. Maybe
Maybe
Bone
he
has a
has
bubble
this
butt.
Very sweet ass. I mean, given his sister, maybe they just have good asses in that family. "3D Ultra Pinball Thrill Ride, Game Boy Color."
When was Game Boy Color?
When?
Yeah.
90. 5
Oh wow.
to like 2001.
Really? Oh.
I can't. No, because Pokemon's 1996, and Pokemon in the very beginning was black and white.
That was 96?
Yeah, Pokemon was 96. So
Holy shit.
it was okay. So it was around the same time as Pokemon, because Pokemon didn't take specific advantage of Game Boy Color. But I remember seeing a lot of screenshots in Nintendo Power of it, like using like some of the like default color palettes, so it must have been around the same time. So I want to say anywhere from very late 1995 to like sometime in 1996.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not
Wow.
that, because I mean like Game Boy OG was 89.
I didn't have Nintendo. So I couldn't remember like what years like color was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything after the NES, I didn't have that until I moved here.
Yeah, because I subscribed to Nintendo Power in 1995. And that was the first issue I had was Yoshi's Island was on the cover.
Aw.
But I remember seeing very quickly. I remember seeing ads for Game Boy Color. So it must have been anywhere from late 95 to 96. Which is weird because it feels like it should have been later. Or maybe it feels like it should have been earlier. That feels like a weird time.
It does.
But every time I see anything about the Game Boy, I'm like, wow, it went for a really long time. Because Game Boy Advance wasn't until, I think, 2001.
I just kind of lied. I said that I didn't have anything Nintendo after the original NES until I moved here. But no, I had
Oh, you had an N64?
I had an N64. Yeah. Oh, and then I was gifted a GameCube. Like after it had already been out for a long time.
GameCube was around then too, I think. Like 2001 or something.
I got mine in 2005.
Shit, that was like the year before the Wii.
And then I didn't get the Wii until 2009. And I didn't have anything on the Wii except for like the Wii Sports stuff. Like bowling and all that.
Mom stuff. Stuff your mom would want to play.
Chris really liked it.
Can you imagine if you and Chris had had WarioWare Smooth Moves?
It would have been life changing.
How insane that would have been.
I would have known about Wario so much sooner. I was denied.
Maybe Chris would be on the right path now. Follower of Wario.
The cult of Wario. His eyes are too dark.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait to have a home where we don't have to sit on the floor.
Yep.
Because I'm too old for this shit.
I hear myself devolving into the stupid voice a lot.
I'm too old for this shit.
We do that anyway, yeah. I had an urge to do it at our cashier today.
She was nice.
She was really
she didn't
nice.
deserve that.
No, not to be rude, just to be silly person. I would never be rude.
I was gonna say for a moment. Whoa, Flynn did some drawings. Red and Flynn, shout out. And then I remembered, wait, Flynn does do the drawings.
Yeah.
I forgot, it's Flynn who draws the
Oh.
red words.
So they forgot.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus. Matt Titchener, be safe, Burbank friends.
Oh God, what now?
Hang on, no, don't keep streaming. We'll find out. Burbank news. Oh, wildfire.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's that time of year. Basically, California's on fire, like, all summer.
And that's only gonna get worse.
No, I was expecting, like, shooting.
Yeah, so was I. Yeah, it appears to be fire. Yeah, every piece of news within the last day is about triple-digit temperatures
Yeah.
and fires. Seriously though, we gotta start stocking up on portable air conditioners now before we all go Mad Max. I'm definitely not a doomsday prepper, but I will get an air conditioner before they go completely out of control price-wise.
They're already bananas. We should
Well,
get
yeah, but I'd rather pay $300 for a portable unit than like the $900 they're gonna be like quite soon.
Are video cards cheap again? Not cheap again, but like
No, but I think they've returned to Earth a little bit.
oh, okay.
But no, because of blockchain, it is unlikely video cards will ever be quite the same again. Yeah, 2 watchers right now.
Who are you guys?
When I say shit, they don't seem to appear in the list until they actually talk.
Yeah.
I never noticed that Cymat on YouTube is Cymat.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I knew his name was Matthew. I never noticed. Oh, yeah. Now we have 0 again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm lonely. Your ranks are so good. My ranks gotta be so good.
Oh. Oh.
No, it's good. Oh, shit.
I'm fading. Why am I doing that?
It's all the sugar.
Ah, yeah. The 4 balls of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, I'm not liking those interior lines.
Here's hoping that the healing pizza
Healing pizza.
will bring me back to good.
Holy crap.
I'm really excited about pizza.
I too. I'm excited for pizza. Not on my phone.
Did you check your butt?
I did not. There it is.
I want to make sure I have this phone on me in case Ted calls. Which looks less likely by a minute.
Wait, what year was A Bug's Life?
90. That's like 97.
Oh, right. It was literally the one after Toy Story, wasn't it?
So.
So, yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. Because a Game Boy Color game just flashed by. Bug's Life. I was thinking, like, oh, that was 2001. No. Because it was literally the one they made after Toy Story.
I want to say
Monsters,
90. Yeah, I want to say it was 97.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Have you seen, like, even like a GIF from Toy Story lately?
No.
It looks like shit. Like it would barely pass for television animation now. It is
That's
remarkable.
so incredible.
It is remarkable how far it's come.
Because it was game changing.
It
was so
looks
cool.
terrible, and like the movement is all stilted. And same thing, but if you ever look at Shrek,
No.
like if you watch the original Shrek, like there is a ton of weird floaty animation in that movie.
I had it on about a year ago, and I had to turn it off because it was so distracting. That and it's Shrek. Why did I have that on? I didn't need that on.
Apparently, at the time, DreamWorks employees who needed to be punished, essentially, were sent to work on Shrek. Because the studio was convinced that Shrek was going to be a flop. Not to mention, it kind of looks like shit.
I think it was the Lion King that did that too. Like it sent like a whole bunch of people to work on Lion King because it was supposed to be a huge failure. And what, did you see something?
No. But yeah, it's it was once considered
A punishment.
we got sent to the dungeon to work on Shrek. And then unfortunately we got, counting Puss in Boots.
Was it 5 movies?
Counting Puss in Boots, but I don't know, it depends. Do you want to count the compilation of Halloween shorts as a movie as well?
No, I would say like the actual movies. Like
Okay, well, if you're only counting like dead-ass feature films, that's fine. And that is including Puss in Boots.
okay.
But then there's also all the Halloween specials and the ride, which I think eventually got repackaged as a Halloween special, but I'm still very proud of tracking down the video file when it was still just a ride and just watching the ride at home.
On the musical.
I couldn't do that one. For the context of anybody who may be watching this now or later, because apparently we have one watcher, me and a friend of mine once, for some reason, marathoned every piece of Shrek media that existed at the time, going so far as to track down the video file that played on Shrek the Ride. Which later came out. All my hard work was for nothing. They later repackaged it as a Halloween thing. And Puss in Boots didn't exist. Like, the movie Puss in Boots didn't exist at the time. So I still haven't seen that. So we back to back watched every Shrek thing, which was all 4 movies.
That was Neil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If it's a stupid idea,
It was Neil. Oh, hi, Simon. No, we were just talking about how one time Ty and a friend of ours marathoned every single piece of Shrek media for some reason, and it just struck me as very funny. Like, I knew this happened, I knew they did this, but like it's so funny.
We watch so much crap.
God.
The screen is green.
Okay, it's great. Oh, no.
Yellow.
I just snorted like all over the stream. That's amazing.
Now everybody gets to hear.
Now everybody gets to hear me snort laugh.
I guess you can be there later, because I guess you can just watch this again. But yeah, those are some bad movies. Did you ever hear the Chris Farley? Because Shrek was originally going to be Chris Farley.
Yeah, that's right.
And if I remember correctly, the scene that I've heard is the one where they're like, by the campfire, like they judge me before they even know me, like that scene. And it's just Chris Farley. And not even putting on an accent, just being himself.
Right,
and, like,
right.
It's some of the nicest acting I've heard from Chris Farley, like, ever.
He was great.
And then he died.
And then he died.
So they had to drag in Mike Myers, who was like, I'm gonna be Scottish.
Oh, dude, I only laugh for the laugh god.
Oh, hey,
So-
sweet. I know you. You're one of Mary's. Dude, it's that guy from the internet. Yeah, I'm that other guy from the internet.
Yeah, so many people from the internet. God. Also, hey, hi! Thank you for coming to hang out with our stupid asses.
Thank you for joining us on our bullshit. T says she got an email back from a potential house, but it was novel-sized and mentioned God. So, scam.
Oh my god!
If it's novel-sized, if a potential landlord has the time to write you a personal frigging novel in response to, hey, can I come view your apartment? First of all, that's already a scam. If they also invoke God, it's a double scam.
Is that our second or third
That's
one?
our third. That's our
our
third one where it's clearly a scam.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You jerks, I just want a place to live.
Wait, you're in Dublin? Correct. Weren't you in Japan? I want to think. I don't remember. I try to keep track of the details of everybody who passes by my Twitter timeline.
No, I'm glad we made your drunk Dublin night.
Oh, well then.
Also, Dublin is really cool.
Dublin is very cool. Ireland's comic scene is bizarrely packed with talent.
That's where everybody goes.
Yeah, isn't it weird how she sounds like a little 12-year-old boy? I thought it was cool too.
That's so rude. Thank you. Shut up. I'm gonna have to mute this until I get over it. You.
At least you don't look like a 12-year-old boy. I have friends who are 4'11" but sound like weird old librarians. This is a better combo. I'm sorry to embarrass you on the internet.
I'm not
Again?
embarrassed. I'm not.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear that?
I don't know what that was.
That was that wasn't like your phone or something?
No.
That was clearly like a jingle from like a phone or something.
Maybe somebody's out on their balcony.
Oh, perhaps.
I'm glad you're laughing too. What were we talking about?
I don't know. Comics, apartment scams.
Oh yeah, we've got what?
Oh yeah,
Oh
context.
yes, yeah.
Oh god, was this originally like a
I was just doodling.
user request? Okay, now.
No, I think Rob requested this.
Yeah,
forever ago.
It was like a
This is
stream.
sketch-
It was
yeah,
a stream sketch. This is Lial and Bohm as kids. No real context. It's fun to do these one-off illustrations sometimes to provide even just us with like context for character backstories and stuff. I will say, Lial kind of looks like a Power Rangers villain.
You look like a Power Rangers villain.
Like if you imagine her poofs, like they kind of remind me of like lime wedges or something. So she's like some kind of martini themed villain.
Well, I mean, yes.
I mean, I like it. It looks like they just got out of church or something.
Maybe they did.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Sunday best. I like it.
Martini themed villain. Yes, it's a flashback.
Well, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Not really flashback. I just, but yeah, oh God, it had to have been a few months ago. Rob, one of our other patrons, and friends, requested that I draw younger versions of Liel. And then I think I added Bohm on my own, but. Me neither. I'm keeping them.
It is tainted.
I don't need to be zoomed in that much.
Yeah. In so many words.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do another one, like another request stream. Probably this week. Next week, rather. If we don't have too much going on. When's our next?
Our next stream is tomorrow.
No, bug visit. I think it's the 19th.
It'll be the 19th.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I'll just do a request stream tomorrow then. Yeah, because tomorrow's supposed to be a regular stream day, but I can't really show off a lot right now.
I'm sorry, I'd do it, but
I mean, no, it's okay.
you don't know me. I was quoting Dr. Dre there, but I don't know much what happens after that.
I don't think I know enough Dr. Dre.
It's from Forget About Dre. Y'all know me, still same old G, but I've been low key. And then I don't know any of this.
I wish you did.
I'm not a rap man. Oh, Jesus. God, yeah, your inks are just so swoosh.
I do like swoosh. Oh, hey, so that Drugs and Wires Kickstarter's killing it.
Pretty jelly.
It's awesome.
We should probably get the book.
Yeah.
I would rather have the book than the issues.
No, I mean, the book would go good on our bookshelf.
Especially since now it's going to be like a fancy book.
Oh my God, yeah, that cover is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, well, about that, we were going to have one, and then literally several publishers were like, hey, you want to go with us? And we were like, we're listening. And so we kind of stopped preparing for a Kickstarter. And now it kind of looks like we might not go with anybody. So
So
we might have to get back on the Kickstarter train pretty quickly here and catch up because now we're really far behind in Kickstarter prep. And I know that people say that like you don't have to not do a Kickstarter around Christmas, but I would rather not do a Kickstarter around Christmas. Bad publishers, well, we don't know. One of the three, the first guy who got a hold of us, good publisher, but he literally takes 6 weeks to return a single email. So that kind of sucks, and I'm gonna have to talk to him about that and see if we can't make that better. Second publisher, we were warned by multiple friends. They're terrible. We have no evidence of that so far, just anecdotes. And then the third one tried to convince me that advances are not common in publishing deals, which is patently false. I don't really know what he was trying to do there. Needless to say, he did not have any money to give, so that unfortunately is a no. Because otherwise, that was actually really what that publisher was trying to do was really cool. It's just, nah, I want to get paid. I want money in exchange for my book.
We would really like to not do it around Christmas, because that would be hard on everybody.
Or just give your kids the gift of Rising Sand.
Yeah, but they don't get Rising Sand at Christmas. Just
They'll-
the promise of a book. No, it's coming, kids.
I'm willing to record a voicemail that says, "Hey kids,
It's
eventually," it's like Turbo Man and when Martin Mull shows up in Turbo Man. It's
oh,
like,
you mean Turbo Man?
what I have is a gift certificate. You'll get a Turbo Man eventually. You'll get a Rising Sand eventually. Anyways, needless to say, we're still thinking about, especially after the Drugs and Wires funded in less than 24 hours. If Drugs and Wires can do that, we can do that. So I might just throw publishers in the garbage and just do it ourselves. The biggest the biggest advantage to just doing it ourselves is like, with a Kickstarter, we can make the book absolutely insane, whereas a publisher would be scared to do that and would just make us just do a basic softcover. So that's nice, because I have some very specific ideas that I don't have to have, but all but have to have in a proper Rising Sand book. But like because of the publisher thing, like we stopped researching printers and stuff, and we just kind of didn't do anything because we thought somebody else would take care of it for us. And now I just hope that people don't forget about us by the time we do have a Kickstarter out.
Nobody's gonna forget
Because
about
by then we will have been a dead comic for several months.
No, we're not going completely off the radar like some people unfortunately do. We're keeping busy on Twitter. We're letting everybody know how it goes. We'll get better at posting things on Patreon again. It'll be okay. And our friends are not going to let anybody forget about us.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Simon. I wrote down that name, and I'll check that out later.
Well, we are going to be back. I right now, at this literal moment, I have no fucking idea what's going to happen because we have to move apartments first.
Yes.
And I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go. We may actually be homeless for a month. And I might have to like pit stop at my parents' house while we get a new place. But we've already got the script ready to go. Jen's already started on pages. And we just kind of need a place where all our stuff isn't just piled in the middle of the living room so we can actually make some damn comics.
Yeah, it's piled in the middle of the living room because we have had bed bugs that just completely refuse to go away. It like our exterminator was like, this is an anomaly. Like, it doesn't seem like we're doing anything wrong in introducing them somehow. It just seems they're super bugs.
Well, they are super bugs.
Well, I mean, they're super bugs.
On a regular day, they're super bugs.
They're Power Ranger villain bugs. They got the suits.
Don't go to that well too many times.
You don't go to the well too many times.
This episode is the evil citrus lady. That's something that Power Rangers would do. I remember seeing a Power Rangers villain once that was like the coolest It was so weird because it was the kind of thing where like if you entered this into like a local like costume contest. Oh yeah, no, my blood is like sweet. It's a sweet blood.
Sweet creative
What
blood.
was I talking about?
I don't remember.
Citrus? No. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, no. It was a Power Ranger villain design, and it was like one of those things where like if you entered it in a local costume contest, like your local pub having their like Halloween whatever, you'd win. There like you wouldn't even have to worry about it. You would win. But like as a villain design, it was the stupidest thing. It was this villain whose powers had something to do with cell phones. So he was like two flip phones like crossed. And like it was one of those things where like it was like this big fake rubber face kind of in the
It
middle.
was on Power Rangers?
This is on Power Rangers, yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know which one.
That's
But
amazing.
like it was this giant rubber suit that was just this pair of demon phones. And it was the coolest goddamn thing I'd ever seen, but at the same time it was like this is the dumbest goddamn thing I've ever seen. Just the Power Rangers, the perfect Power Ranger villain always like hit that line. Where it's like so much creativity and skill went into this design, and it's so dumb.
Ah.
But like you still like totally respect it and appreciate it.
Oh, hey, it's Omar. Hello.
What's up? Yeah, the delay seems a little worse than usual today. We're sorry for our terrible Canadian internet. Canada's internet is just generally bad.
It's pretty bad. I mean, mine in Texas was pretty awful too.
You lived in the desert.
In New Hampshire, though, it seemed okay.
In the deserts of New Hampshire.
No, there's no deserts in New Hampshire. My internet in Arizona was great.
Omar, I feel I owe you an apology as well. We do have your commission on the go. I just have injured my arm again, so I'm not able to ink it at this time. And I'm trying to get back to good so we can get back to RS stuff as quickly as possible, but unfortunately that literally just involves sitting around doing nothing until my arm feels better. So it's extremely frustrating. Fun fact, Horse with No Name was my favorite song when I was like 4.
That's great.
I loved that song so much.
That's great.
Then I discovered Michael Jackson.
That's even better.
So by the time I was 5, Horse with No Name could go fuck itself. And I only liked Thriller. No, excuse me, I liked Thriller and Can't Touch This. Which was not Michael Jackson.
No.
Obviously. Maybe that wasn't a fun fact.
No, it's a fun fact.
That was a merely whelming fact.
Omar, thank you for understanding. You guys are you're too good to us.
I actually have a really great idea. The part about it that sucks is that I don't know how I can do it myself without seeming like a massive hypocrite to the internet because I'm so hardcore about not stealing other people's work without attribution and stuff. But I wanted to do like an unofficial Rising Sand soundtrack, including like actual music, and I was gonna do like it was going to be really good, but it was going to feature actual songs by actual artists, and I wanted to call it Bootleg.
Oh,
And like
that's so good.
actually have like a pirate skull with like doll's boot and leg on it,
Oh, that's good.
and like just put it on Mediafire or something. But I don't want to insult all those artists by doing that. So like maybe if there's something I can do where I can like, I don't know, put it on like Mixcloud or something, like some way that allows you to play it loose with licensing like that.
We could also just ask, like, who would you want on there?
Well, for something like that, I would want it to be like a TBT Records style soundtrack. Like I would want it to be like the Mortal Kombat soundtrack. Like
Oh, okay.
there's no way in hell we could ever get clearance for the kind of stuff that I would want on something like that. And it's not even music that would be indicative of, or that would appropriately 100% represent the Rising Sand in my head.
Yeah.
It would feel like I would want it to deliberately feel a little bit like a commercial product because
Like a
that's what-
1996 movie.
that's what 95.
95.
Mortal Kombat is 1995.
You're 1995.
But like that's like I kind of want that vibe because it would essentially be like the first iteration of that whole Rising Sand 1996 movie universe that I always talk about on Twitter. And by talk about, I mean say
You mean
name of
1995?
actor. No, I mean 1996.
I thought
No, Mortal Kombat is 1995. The Rising Sand movie is 1996.
1996. Okay.
Because it is a summer blockbuster going up against Shaquille O'Neal and Kazam.
That's right. Rising Sand's gonna fail.
Yes, it will, because it'll be a really weird, opaque science fantasy adventure, the likes of which 1995 audiences were not ready for. And they still weren't in 1996. And Keb is an animatronic suit.
Yes. And all the gold on him is like really sparkly and that like shine like it should be.
Oh yeah, like everything on him is latex. Like it's all rubber. No, Keb is one of those designs that like I don't think we could ever do it live action. Like even if we did, like say Rising Sand becomes a big hit and we got movie money, like the cuffs would have to be CG because we'd have to be allowed to cheat with them.
Yeah.
Because there's no way for a person to get their arms even close to their sides wearing something like that. And the only reason we can do it in the comic is because it's two-dimensional.
We do cheat there. By doing visual trickery.
But yeah, I think even if we did like get Keb the animatronic character, the cuffs would have to be like done in post, essentially.
I want like a stuffed Keb toy, but like his cuffs come off like my pet monster did. Like
I want if there was gonna be a Keb plush, I want it to be that kind of plush where like the body and everything is soft, but like the head and in Keb's case, the cuffs are like extremely hard plastic that hurts so bad when you get hit with it. I'm trying to think of like what plushes were like that back in the day, but there was always
Stretch Armstrong, like his head.
like Stretch Armstrong would be amazing. He was filled with corn syrup. Ugh.
I want to stretch Cabras.
That doesn't make sense though.
Shut up.
And yeah, no. The CG now would be great. It's just like if a Rising Sand movie happened, I would want the CG to be deliberately shitty, like that early to mid '90s, where they're just figuring some shit out. But in the case of Keb's cuffs, it would have to be like perfect. You think it's practical CG, just so we could skirt around that just for the cuffs. Because the cuffs have to be able to allow him to put his arms at his sides
Yeah.
when he's standing in a position that you wouldn't notice that it's breaking reality.
Yeah. Like we do in
Like-
the comic.
like we do in
yeah,
the comic?
Yeah. That man would always be in the T-pose.
Yeah, if Kevers was actually real, he would have his arms like straight out at his sides like that Twisted Metal guy. Whose name I believe? Oh, you know what it's like. Not even Kev. That or not even Stretch Armstrong. That's it was like Stretch Armstrong's evil man. He was like a demon guy. He was like red,
Yeah. Oh.
and he had like a vacuum power or something like that.
Right.
Wait. Which character from Street Fighter?
No. I know that.
Like
oh.
all of them? Like, oh, because Street Fighter, like, especially if you go into like the comics and stuff, they're all these gigantic, muscle-bound, melty people. Oh no, isn't there a guy with cuffs in Street Fighter?
Yeah, who is that?
Because okay, hang on, Street Fighter. I'm trying to think of like muscle men from Street Fighter.
All of them?
Zangief, Guile, if it's the comics.
No, the Zangief is what Zoro was if he didn't skip like everything day.
Oh, Dawson,
Dawson,
Doi,
yeah.
right. Sorry, I thought we were talking about Kev, not Stretch Armstrong.
Vacman.
Oh, Vacman, right, right. What a wonderfully creative name.
Vacman.
What are you looking up now?
I was looking up Vacman,
Oh, I see.
but I was beaten to it.
I remember reading a long time ago that, oh, right, of
Axel.
course it was
Okay.
Axel.
Yeah.
I remember reading a long time ago now that Stretch Armstrong, at one point, a movie was in production, and apparently Jackie Chan was going to be Stretch Armstrong. This was long ago.
I didn't know I needed that till now.
I definitely don't think we need that.
No, we need that. I just want more Jackie Chan in my life.
He's too old.
I know.
Like, he's too old.
I
Like,
know.
it's over. Like, he certainly can't do the martial arts anymore. And apparently The Foreigner is excellent. I am really excited to see that.
We should watch that.
It is my favorite genre of movie.
We're still well, I'm still working. Well, we are. Ty's watching it with me. But we're still working through Stargate SG-1.
Well, I mean, we're kind of done, aren't we? Because season 8 was the last season. Seasons 9 and 10 are just kind of garbage.
I'm still enjoying the show, though. I'm not ready for it to be over. I say, like, how many years later after it ended?
It ended in 2005.
Wow.
2007? I was in college when it ended.
I was not. I was 5 years out of college
Yeah, because you're old.
Because I'm old.
Because you're very old. King of Kings, the early years for play on Nintendo. I wonder if you play as a baby Jesus in that game.
What?
No, on the like cover roulette.
What was it called?
It was just called King of Kings, the early years. And
Oh,
apparently it's an NES game. And
You said that and my head went to Triple H.
yeah, yes. Triple H, the early years.
Lowercase h.
Little H.
You should probably preheat the oven
Oh yeah.
for pizza.
I can make pizza.
Oh.
What?
I got some noodling to do. She has no elbow.
No, she does not. It's a simple matter of moving this down there
Oh, okay.
and just changing this a little bit so it's implied that her arm goes that way first, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
God, I wish I could draw.
I know.
I'd be drawing so much.
I know.
Yeah, your inks are a lot of fun. Good eggs.
Cute.
God, I can't wait till we get to Act 2. Or like really into it.
Like
Like especially
into it,
after we
yeah.
get past this initial scene and we get like right back to the story.
I guess I could show you guys page 2 of Act 2 again. I think this will be the third time I pulled it up. Just a minute. But yeah,
Yeah, we got like backstory mode for a bit.
yeah, we're it's kind of flashbacky, but yeah, I'll throw this up on Patreon soon.
You know, whenever. Wednesday, I guess. Tuesday.
I
Tuesday,
have-
Wednesday,
I have-
Thursday.
I have peak written down on Thursdays.
right.
They're owed this one though, so I might just throw it up
Yeah, you
whenever.
should just throw it up.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, if you've seen the first page on Patreon, there's Hell, and she's awesome and very beefy, and I really enjoy drawing her. And then there's
Yeah, Hell never skips arm day.
Zier skips every day. And then you might recognize that asshole. But yeah, this stage, like I said earlier, still has some noodling to be done. And the next 3 are all in various stages of being finished. So Act 2 is happening, just slower than I'd like at the moment.
You need to find a home first.
We gotta find a home.
And I also need to be able to physically make comics.
Yeah, we were doing a page at a time. I would pencil, give it to Ty, and then I would pencil and give it to Ty, and while he was inking, so we always had, 2 pages happening at once. But I've decided to try doing batches of 4 or 5 at a time, and so far it's better.
Yeah, so far she is way faster this way, so
Yeah.
we'll probably just keep doing this.
And I'm working smaller, like that's as big as the page gets. And I don't allow myself to zoom in much, so that I'm not getting so bogged down with the minutia that I really don't need to pour my everything into.
For the finished pages, we'll blow them up to the actual print
Yeah.
worthy size, but for pencils, it's working rather well so far.
I kind of want to show them the rest. The other pages are so good.
No, don't worry about it. No.
No. Look at this asshole. Look at her. Look at her. She's like, dude. Okay, go away, girl.
I do like that you're one of few web comic people who is not so concerned with their characters always looking pretty.
No, I gotta ugly them up.
Very few people are willing to make their characters make non-beautiful expressions.
I get a sick satisfaction out of doing it to Ro, because she is pretty. She's a pretty character.
Hmm.
Whereas Doll, she's super cute, but
Yeah, but Doll's also a kid.
But she's so animated and ridiculous with her facial expressions that, it's fun to do it to a character that is hot.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
She probably is. I don't want to ink this hand right now.
And it also, especially in the context of this scene, the purpose of which is to humanize Rome more, because
Yeah.
so far we haven't gotten much of that.
Yeah.
It helps because it's just like, oh, you're a regular person who's capable of being caught mid-nap.
I like that it's not just Zir looking like the dumbass. I like that.
Yeah, I think one of the most enduring questions for Rising Sun will ultimately be what on earth Azir is doing essentially as a paladin. Like
Yeah.
he clearly does not have like a violent bone in his body.
Maybe it's just one of those things where he wasn't good enough to be a scholar, so he joined the army.
Yeah, no, but the idea, like, if we're, I mean, we will almost certainly never get very far into his backstory, but like the whole idea was that he's from like a farming family. Why isn't he just doing that?
Because
Like,
he's not good at that either.
Well, no, he's clearly good at that. Like we're at least going to get into that much.
Oh, curious adventure outside. Yeah, I can
Fair
see
enough.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's that way.
Because like he's. Because I mean the whole thing. I still don't know if we've been clear enough about this yet, but the whole idea is that like, like homeland, they've put a lot of work into clearing ash from the air by various means, water, like like ventilation in the city, and like plant life, which also absorbs it.
I mean, they'll see it with this upcoming scene. We haven't really had a chance to get into
No, that's
that.
true. This is the
Yeah.
first time we've actually seen them outside their own backyard. And once it gets colored, there will be quite a bit more greenery than the rest of the world. I'm rambling. Something's happening outside.
Is soccer still happening? Is that a thing?
Does soccer happen outside?
No, I mean if somebody's watching like the game or something.
That sounded like children. That didn't sound like.
Well, it's so abrupt. Something's
No,
happening on our
there's a
street.
basketball game
Oh,
over in the court.
well, that's cool.
Or not even a game. It looks like it's just like a layup contest or something. Like it's not an actual basketball game.
There is a basketball court on the street behind us.
It looks
and
like a mini game.
it looks
like test your mind.
Oh, okay. The World Cup games are over today. I admit I don't keep up with any kind of sport anymore. I used to be crazy into American football. It was like my favorite thing, and pro wrestling. But shut up, it's
I
a
didn't know
sport.
you actually liked football.
I loved football. The Cowboys were my team. Like I knew coaches and stats, and I was ridiculous. But not anymore. What was I saying? Oh, I don't keep up with like soccer or World Cup news or anything like that, but I love the energy like around here when it's on, because you can hear people yelling from their apartments or like from pubs as you walk by. I love that. I like that people are super into it. Which one's curling?
That's the one that I used to play.
The one with the broom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to curl. I actually wouldn't mind again. It's a fun sport. I like it a lot. I'm also Canadian, so I'm probably genetically predisposed to liking it a lot. But it's the only sport that you can play professionally while holding a beverage. That's pretty great. Actually, they probably don't let you hold beverages in professional games, but you can play very easily while holding a beverage.
Yeah, the only thing I knew about, the only thing I would recognize as curling was just like dudes sweeping the shit out of ice, just going nuts. But I never knew what it was for.
Mm. Yeah, well, it's to make the rocks hydroplane. If chess is technically a sport, how? I don't understand. It doesn't require athletic exertion.
You don't know.
Yeah, okay, fine. The brain is a muscle and all that, but like, was it Carlin who said that like golf is a game because like old men can do it?
I don't remember. That sounds like something he'd say.
Yeah, it is worth it. So why? Why do they do that? Or is this irony and you don't agree? Because no, I would say it's a game. It's a great game that requires an amazing amount of skill, but like it is a game. Or maybe I should just like chill with my definition of sport, man.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should just get woke
Chess
to
is
chess
one
as a sport.
Chess is one of those I was never able to wrap my head around. But I said the same shit about Minesweeper, so maybe it's time for me to learn.
Minesweeper fucking rules. Any game that is super logic puzzly with a shitload of numbers, and it's funny too because I am balls at math. But any logic game that is like a grid with fucking numbers on it, the autistic part of me is just so into that, and I can do it so well. Minesweeper, Sudoku, Picross. What's that other one? There was another one. I can't remember, but I fucking love games like that.
I feel like such an idiot. I had, like, once Ty told me that you, like, the Minesweeper thing worked diagonally from, like, the numbers spreading out. It, like, changed everything, and I suddenly understood how to play it. It took me 30 years.
No, Minesweeper's the best.
It's stupid. But no, it's fun. Is there a pan still in the oven? Because I smell something.
I don't know.
Oh, good. Thank goodness I'm not the only one.
No, there's no pan in the oven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's what stops a lot of people. Oh.
I am interested in this Minesweeper clone.
Yeah, no, the game is... the whole point of the game is that it's not random. I mean, it's... The placement of the mines is random, but the numbers give you all the information you need to beat the game. You just need to pay attention to the numbers and work it out.
I haven't played in a few days.
Yeah, it's so weird that... I mean, I guess... you know what? I bet that... Yeah, no, it is a logic game, but like the placement of the mines every time you restart the game is completely random. It just... The numbers correspond to the random placement of the mines, and so you should be able to just think your way out of it. No, you totally don't need to get... Well, I mean, that's not entirely true. Usually at the beginning of the game, you have to guess a little bit for the first couple squares, just to make sure you don't hit one right away.
I kind of have to guess more toward the end of the game. Like, I'll get stuck where there's like a 2, but... And then like a 1.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I have to guess.
You'll hit bits where you have to guess, but like for the most part, the game can be beaten purely by thinking your way out of it. And I love that shit. Really, any puzzle game is my jam, but like especially logic-y puzzle games are my jam.
He's insane at Tetris.
I'm really, really good at Tetris. Like I'm not even. humble about that shit. I'm really good at Tetris. What?
Tim?
Tim?
T-I-M maybe? The Incredible.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yes. I remember
not.
the first time I played The Incredible Machine, I think it was grade 1? I think it was in like 1990. I was bitching about it on Twitter the other day. I'm surprised you didn't see. I went for a few tweets anyways. But yeah, I remember first playing like the DOS one in grade 1 in like the school library. And like back then I was like, I was the gifted kid who got to do I got pulled out of class to just go play The Incredible Machine and shit. So like I logged hours on that. And I would love that, like, especially now that we live in, like, this world, and this is what I said on Twitter, that we've got, like, VR and all this, like, touchscreens and the Switch has that amazing, like, HD rumble and shit, and, like, all these really cool, like, input methods and stuff, like, where the fuck is The Incredible Machine at? I did find out that there was, like, a fairly recent iPad version of it that I certainly wasn't made by Sierra, but apparently has the official license. And it looks really bad. I don't know how it plays because I only just found out about it, but it doesn't. It looks like one of those gross, like obvious, almost like Flash asset kind of things. Like I miss the care that went into the animated graphics of the original and stuff. It felt a lot tighter, as DOS games often did. And just the new graphical style on what I've seen doesn't really look. It looks cheap. It just looks kind of cheap, and I miss the one I had. The one I owned as a kid was the Incredible Toon Machine, which I think is the one that a lot of people actually owned. Which was the same thing, but like they put even more oomph into the animated graphics. Crayon Physics. I remember playing that. I think DS. I think there was a DS version, and it was fun. I liked that a lot. If I remember correctly, that was one where you could like draw shapes that would fulfill certain functions. No, I know you don't know, but
You don't know.
for your benefit.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I would love like a true Incredible Machine that's like just really, really well respecting the source material, but also like taking it beyond a bit. Especially because especially when the Wii hit, and we suddenly had this explosion of games like Boom Blocks and shit, where they're just like physics were just like so big for a while, and it's incredible, so to speak, that the Incredible Machine was nowhere when that was happening, because physics were like, everybody had a physics boner.
Yeah.
And that would have been fun. Oh, mixed reality would be fun too. I can't think of any specific reason you'd want to do that, except to see these like little Rube Goldberg machines kind of play out on your kitchen table. That'd be kind of fun. I really gotta get Incredible Machine on the Pi.
You should.
That'd be a super fun one to just kind of bust out, especially since mice work so easily on it. I still haven't figured out how to hide all the install folders for DOS games on the Pi yet, though. I think I read a forum thread where it walked you through it, but I'm still scared of Linux terminals. I am not familiar with that shit at all.
You've done okay with the stuff you fiddled with, though.
Well, no, I mean, like, I know the one command to get into the config program.
Oh.
But I mean, once you're there, it's just a simple click through menus. But like, actually having to go to like the text editor that's on the Pi, which
Oh,
I've only had to do
yeah.
once, and it was scary as hell.
Right.
Like, that's so weird for me so far. And I know that hiding the folders involves something like that, where like you actually have to go on the Pi via text and like rename some stuff. And that is still
That makes
That
me
is still
uncomfortable.
scary hunt and peck thing for me right now. I put all of my skill points into art, and code is not my thing.
I think if
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
And even if I do,
that's
even if something went like super wrong,
They're $50. It's like as far as video game systems go, given how much entertainment you can actually get out of them, it's really not a bad deal at all. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I really want to get Chris one of those. We should get Chris one of those.
we should get Chris a pie. If you guys hear us mention Chris, that's my kid. And he's
Did you forget his age?
yes.
He's 15.
He's 15. I'm sorry, I'm hungry and I haven't had enough water to drink today.
Let me fix that.
Thank you.
The second one.
But yeah, he's 15 and really doesn't exist online all that much until recently. He either wasn't interested or like his dad told him no.
There you go.
But yeah, I think he'd really have fun with a pie. Playing all these old games.
I'm definitely one of those like hipster stepdads who just wants the kid to only play games made before 1997. Sorry, say again. Pie girl? Or perhaps pig Earl? I might have to Google. Get me the Goog. Oh, hey. Oh, neat.
Oh, this is cool.
Oh, fuck yeah. I would totally do this.
Oh, this is cool.
I might have to check this out. Yeah, I'm totally in. Yeah, I'm still a total noob when it comes to this stuff. Like, I only got my first Pi. Has it been? I got
it was
it.
Christmas.
Was it Christmas?
It was a little after Christmas, yeah. Because I was gonna get it for you for Christmas, then I ruined the surprise.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get on this. This is very cool. By the way, you're done, eh?
Yeah, I know. It was just we were having so much fun talking about shit.
That's true.
I do like talking about shit.
I like talking shit.
I do it on Twitter all day. That's not true. I don't talk a lot of shit on Twitter.
I'm going to check. Oh, yeah. No, it's not pizza.
Okay, yeah, it's time for me to wrap this up. I'm glad you guys like listening to our shit.
My
But yeah.
arm does not have enough strength to open the wrapper on the pizza.
Okay, all right.
So I'm going to need your help.
Yeah. Okay. Ty can sign off for me. I'm gonna go release the pizza on the kitchen. Oh, Demolition Man. You should watch that.
We should watch Demolition Man.
Teddy bear.
Shit, now I'm in the chair.
You're in my sit in my bedroom.
All right, everybody, heck off, and we'll see you on the internet. And thanks for showing up and whatnot. And we're actually going to do this tomorrow. So if you guys are around, we're going to be doing this again tomorrow. We'll probably actually be doing the like request sketches and stuff tomorrow. So hang out if you want or don't. Okay, bye.